Harold Hill.
Hey, I got him.
Running all my life. Hustle paid the price. Running all my life.
They came from the water. They have superhuman strength. He's coming for the surface world.
That can't be good.
Buy the tickets now. And if you haven't already gone,
Go.
if you haven't gone to see Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2, go now. We'll wait.
Yeah. In fact, we'll go see it
we're
with you.
live streaming this now, but
Why not?
you know, we're
Sure.
live streaming this now, but let's face it, you know, I mean,
We'll see it.
yeah, you can come back. You can, it's going to be a
Yeah.
big weekend. You can come back, look at this later. But hopefully you have seen the movie because it's a lovely movie. Some little bits of it are, you know, some people, it's got to take on Namor that's new. But one of the supporting characters we're really fond of is Riri Williams. Yep. So that's who we're talking about tonight.
Yes.
Sit back, enjoy. And
Walk
thank
in,
you for
buckle up.
coming to Combination.
Yeah. Be sure to hit all the likes, the subscribes, the bells.
If
the
you're here for
links.
the first time, welcome.
If you're rejoining us
subscribe to
after
everything.
times of
And we're looking at expanding to other social media. What makes sense for us? Where should we go? Should we go on Twitch? Should we go on AMP? I tried AMP. AMP was hard, but we could do AMP if you think we should do AMP.
Still trying to
Hi,
get the link to the
Mastodon.
Camaro
So
Still trying
I
to get the
can't
Camaro.
hear you, Todd.
You can't? At all?
I can't. No, just you're very soft.
Oh, sorry.
Not a problem. Be louder. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
work. Anyway, hey, if you're looking for a professionally, slickly produced show, keep going. That's not us, but we like
Come
comics.
back to Wakanda.
And
They've
we
got
like
slickly produced stuff.
very slick with the Kamoyo beads, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Just saying, we need to get on the
our
Kamoyo
goal-
Beats Network.
Our goal here at Combination is to A, talk over each other all the darn time, B, educate, illuminate, and entertain. We like some stuff. We want to tell you about it. We hope you like it too.
Make the occasional
And-
bad joke.
Occasional? It's not occasional. Unrelenting bad jokes. Unrelenting. So, sorry about that.
Consistent.
Tonight,
Steady.
we're talking about the graphic novel,
Ironheart. Dun, dun.
Ironheart. Which, if you saw the movie and you noticed Riri Williams, the suit, it's got a little heart in the middle. That's her. That's her. If you want to go play trivia, we've got the tag there, or
You can always hit the one
Go.
QR
it's
thing.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's multiple choice, so you've got like a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right, even if you know absolutely nothing. I think it's more fun if you come along and play along. But again, we upload this to Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, so you know, feel free to come back and look at it again. And you know, if you like it, and we hope you like it, come back Tuesday and watch us live. And if you don't like it, send us an email. Let us know.
Tell us what you like,
Because
what you didn't like, what you'd like to see different.
Exactly. And hey, always a lot of times folks ask us to cover certain things because it's fun.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
And
All
we're
right,
all
let's
about
get started.
Mhm.
We're about fun. We're doing this because it's fun. Our,
Really? Gotta love the Scotty Young images.
well, hardcore fans will know, hardcore trivia people will know, like Renee Montoya in Batman Animated Series. There was a plan to have Renee Montoya in the Batman Animated Series, but, and here's your fun bit of trivia, she actually appeared first in the Batman comic book. But Riri Williams, Ironheart, way before she was a glimmer in the MCU's eye, she had her own book. She had her own, I mean, she was in the comic book, not had her own, but she was a character. She was doing stuff.
Yeah.
But what comic book series was she in?
Heart of Darkness? No? Okay. Or my favorite,
I
Irredeemable
really
Ant-Man.
thought. Can't hear you. What was that?
I said my favorite one of similar alliteration is the Irredeemable Ant-Man.
There you go. I really thought there probably should be an Incredible Iron Man, but the Incredible Hulk might feel a little threatened by that. Incomparable Iron Man, someday there will be someone with that, I'm sure. And maybe it should be the Immortal Iron Man, because I understand that while in the MCU, Tony Stark's a little bit dead, in the Marvel comic book universe, he's just in a medically induced coma and may or may not be coming back in December of this year.
Could be,
But yeah, Riri
Riri
first made her ironing out the kinks. But Riri Williams, Ironheart, she was initially created in 2016 by Brian Michael Bendis and Mike Deodato. Riri first appeared in Invincible Iron Man Volume 2, number 7. And that was written by Bendis. And she made her first, 2 issues later, she made her significant appearance. And she
took over the book with Volume 3.
And the rest is history, movie history. But that name, Riri, it's not a name you know every day.
No.
Riri was named for her father. Demetrius. Technically, I believe, and Todd, tell me if I'm wrong, her father was considered Demetrius, Riri Senior. She's Riri Junior, I guess, maybe, but she's
sort of, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but her dad was called Riri. She's called Riri. And in this series, she lives with her mom, and I guess her dad is dead.
We think.
But
you know how that goes.
Yeah, but people in the comic books, they die, they get better.
Right. They sometimes come back as some other character.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
But Riri is definitely living with her mom. It's a good situation. People love her. People care about her, keeping her warm and fed as she's tinkering in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this exactly she's living?
Ironically, she's not in New York City with everybody else.
Everybody else. Chicago. Other superheroes and characters from the Windy City include Todd. Which can you name?
Kitty Pryde of the X-Men. Blue Beetle.
Yeah, which would be great. Guy. Blue Beetle. Let's have a crossover. I mean, they should be like meeting at the local Jewel grocery store.
Yeah. The infamous Dick Tracy, who's part of the Chicago police force.
Yep, and the Chicago and the star of the Chicago Tribune
radio watch.
Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's over there in Waukegan.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. They can talk cars.
And that's like Ghost from Dark Horse. Yeah. The Question from DC Comics. And of course from Image Comics, the Chicago Organized Workers League.
Yes.
No superheroes in Cleveland, ever.
Just villains like Drew Carey.
How old is Riri when she goes to college?
She's a young whippersnapper.
She was diagnosed or discovered to be a super genius when she was how old, Todd?
12, I think, when they decided she was
5. 5. At 5, they figured out she was a super genius. 5. And at 15, she goes to college. To put this in context, or at least fictitious historical context, Doogie Howser was 9 when he graduated college. So, Riri's not really that. Harold Wormser from Revenge of the Nerd, he was the 12-year-old who was going to college. Remember him?
Yes.
And Tony Stark, according to comics, he graduated college when he was 17. So lots of smart people in the fictitious world.
Yes.
So what college is it that Riri attends?
What's the matter, you? No, that's Bullwinkle.
So Empire State, yes, that is the college that Peter Parker attends, but she doesn't go to the same one. She goes to
MIT.
MIT. So here's the fun bit. Other fictitious people who've gone to MIT: Tony Stark, who I think graduated first in his class; Sam Beckett, Charlie Epps, Epps from Numbers, Benjamin Gates from National Treasure, Tim McGee from NCIS. But most importantly, Jim Rhodes, Reed Richards, and Sue Storm.
Yes.
And if you're wondering how I dug up all of these folks who are fictitiously gone to MIT, the MIT alumni website has this on their website. They have a list of every fictitious character who claimed MIT because their geek runs deep, even potentially deeper than ours. Is that possible? Todd, I don't think that's possible.
I mean, they're smarter than us in some regards.
How? Every regard. You could.
Well.
So, but in Ironheart, in this book that you really should go check out, who's the first villain that Ironheart goes and fights? And that is Animax.
Yeah.
So, Todd, what can you tell us about Animax?
Her real name is Blake Shield, and she is immune. So she owns.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of has the ability to create genetic monsters from her DNA. Kind of run rampant with all these creatures. Tried to rob a bank. Has, evil mutants do. Also created
Got jailed.
Got jailed by Brian Michael Bendis.
And in jail. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. And in jail figured out her evil mutant power. And, they really should work on some rehabilitation programs because, one could argue that she came out of jail worse than she came in.
Sadly happens at times. Yes.
So, and then there's a character whose name I'm going to mispronounce, like you knew that was happening.
Tomo?
Tomoe. Tomo? Let's go with Tomo. Tomo got her powers from what? Terrigen Mist.
Yes.
And the Terrigen Mist came after there was a Terrigen bomb. Now, if you remember when we did Ms. Marvel a while back, before the Ms. Marvel show, while we know the Ms. Marvel show handles it differently, in the comic book continuity, Ms. Marvel 2 was exposed to the Terrigen Mists and thus discovered she had superpowers. Tomo, same thing, except she went a different way with it.
Yeah. She didn't have that great inspiration of Captain Marvel like Ms. Marvel did. So it's important to have
and
a
if
good
you
role
want to
model.
know more about her, read the book. Exactly. Yes. Read the book if you want to know more about it. But suffice it to say, if the Terrigen Mist comes at you and you have some little inhuman blood, you're going to have an interesting day.
If you think your little brother's inhuman, watch out.
My little brother is the most amazing human being ever. Todd's ex-wife, however, we gotta worry. Now, in Ironheart, which is happening in the Tony Stark universe, except Tony Stark isn't exactly there. Who's running Stark Industries? So it's Amanda Armstrong. Alan Armstrong is an actor that I love. So if you see anything with him, try it. You'll love it. But we're not going to explain who Amanda Armstrong is, at least not in this continuity. I know she kind of exists in the MCU, and I think she's a little bit of a different character here. But let's just say that, you know how Maria Stark is Tony's mom? Yeah. So anyway, and the Maria Stark Foundation.
Yeah.
It's how all the Avengers get paid.
Yes. It's how they get those monthly stipends to exist. And that lovely
like
mansion.
When you see the paycheck. Exactly, because you got to get paid. It takes a little bit of a dollar to be a superhero. No, something. The dry cleaning bills alone.
Yeah.
So, but again, Stark Industries.
For that chainmail on Captain America's costume.
Also on the Stark Industries board is
it Patsy Walker? I love Patsy Walker. No, it's not Patsy Walker.
It's Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, right.
So, although, I'm sure if Veronica Lodge was on the board, it would do well. Mary Jane Watson was created by Stan Lee and John Romita Sr. Made her first appearance
in Amazing Spider-Man 25.
25.
Sort of. Yeah. Although you don't actually see her
1965
until 1942.
It was a very until the issue 42 in 1967. It was a long-standing gag about Aunt May attempting to set Peter up with a friend's really nice girl niece. So a couple things, if you watch the show at all, folks routinely get superpowers from great aunts and uncles and grandparents. So write those thank you notes, keep them in your will. You have no idea that the stuff they might give you might end up making you be able to be a superhero, and they might introduce you to Mary Jane Watson. You just don't know.
Future supermodel and board member for Stark Industries.
And if MJ is on your board, face it, Tiger, you hit the jackpot. Tony Stark's AI assistant is called. Now, in the comics, Tony Stark's butler and assistant was always Jarvis. And Jarvis was always a person. In fact, Jarvis had two jobs. He not only took care of Tony Stark, he also took care of
the Avengers Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So in fact, there's an issue of Avengers where he's the only one left standing, has to fight the bad guys. Breaks out the mop and
I'm sure he does it.
Cleans up.
And these are the stories that we always love. But in the MCU, Jarvis always was an MCI. Tony's assistant always was an MCI. Tony's assistant always was an AI in the MCU, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And Jarvis in the MCU, he kind of branched out, shall we say?
Yeah.
Got a new
vision of the world.
Yes. Did we mention the bad jokes? But in this story, as well as I believe in current MCU continuity, I believe there is an AI assistant called Friday who is carrying on the wishes of Tony Stark wherever he may be.
And or might even be partially him.
Now, Riri goes, she builds her armor. You know what's next. She's got to figure out her superhero name. And she goes through female, Fee is Iron, get it?
Yes.
No. Iron Girl, no. Iron Woman, no. And Iron Maiden is not considered, maybe because she realizes that an Iron Maiden is a medieval torture device. Maybe because she is not fond of the band Iron Maiden and their various hit songs. Or maybe it's because Marvel already has a character called Iron Maiden, specifically in comic continuity, the arch enemy of
the Black Widow.
Although when they did the Black Widow movie, Iron Maiden, who has always been her arch enemy, became her mom, and that is one awkward family dinner.
Yeah.
Might still be arch enemy, you never know.
Well, make you eat your vegetables, maybe not your best friend there.
So
shut up and eat your latke.
So she's building her suit, got her superhero name. Which S.H.I.E.L.D. agent does Riri meet? It's not Maria Hill, although that makes sense because Maria Hill is also based in Chicago.
Yeah.
It is Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
Sharon Carter, also known as Agent 13. And she
on again, off again girlfriend of Captain America, C. Rogers.
Not recently though, thank God. It's talk about your awkward family dinner. She's sometimes Steve Rogers' current girlfriend. Sometimes she's Peggy Carter's kid sister. Sometimes she's Peggy Carter's niece. I think recently she became Peggy Carter's grandniece.
Right.
Yeah. Emily Van Camp played Sharon Carter in all the MCU movies, and I think she also made an appearance in the Winter Soldier Falcon.
Yes. On Disney Plus. Yes.
So. And I just love Riri's interaction with her in this book, I gotta say. Now, somebody else who's known to Tony Stark comes and hangs with Riri.
Our favorite CEO, Pepper Potts.
Yep. Now, in this continuity, Pepper's got her own thing going on. She's her own superhero. She's got her own company. She's got her own. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And her first name is Virginia.
Right.
So, by the way, Pepper Potts first appeared in 1963. But in 2009, she became a superhero in her own right.
Yes.
Now, Todd, for an additional no points, what's Pepper Potts' superhero name?
Her superhero name is Rescue. But she
Rescue.
primarily uses her fancy armor to actually help people and get people out of fires, stop bad guys from blowing up cities.
Yeah. In current comic continuity, Pepper Potts is doing a lot of charity work, and when the charity work can't cut it, she dons the armor. Pepper Potts was, of course, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, who's been in all the movies, and Virginia. The real name's Virginia. So, Riri's stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned that Riri's dad isn't with us.
Right.
Riri's stepdad says to her every day, "It's a nice day." And specifically, he wants her to say it. He wants to say it. Here's the thing. She got diagnosed or found out, or whatever the term you want to use, as a super genius. Not just genius, super genius at 5. And
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, Dad was a little concerned that she be able to connect with people, because somebody who's that smart, they might have trouble connecting with those of us with the little minds. Some of us littler than others. And I like that that's what they sort of start with, because to me it always seems that's one of the classic differences between a hero and the villain. Is like the villain either the hero connects with people. The hero wants to help people, to like keep them from being hurt, to keep them safe, but also help them and support them and whatnot. And the villain doesn't care about the people. Might even want to go hurt them. Don't hurt people. Be a hero. By the way, Todd.
Yeah.
It's a nice day.
It is a nice day. Mm-hmm.
So, hey, the book we're doing tonight, Ironheart. Go and get it. Here's the blurb. A new Iron Age begins. From the streets of Chicago, an armored hero arises, clad in her very own high-tech suit, because she did make this all on her own, y'all. Riri Williams is ready to show the world what she can do as the self-made heroine of tomorrow. But is she ready to deal with all of the problems that come with stepping into Iron Man's boots? Like her first big Marvel villain, Animax.
Mm-hmm.
The laundry list of criminals looking to destroy Tony Stark's legacy, because, that's not a short list.
Nope.
And the other guy also running around as Iron Man. Wait, who's that? As Riri's adventures go viral, she soon claims her own alter ego, Ironheart. But her idealism is put to the test by a world she doesn't yet understand, and a headstrong AI.
Mm-hmm.
And that AI thinks that they know best. How far will Riri go to do what she knows is right? So the bulk of the book was drawn by Stefano Caselli. He is an Italian comic book known, I think, mostly for his work on the Avengers.
Yes.
Maybe Avengers, Civil War, Young Avengers, Runaways.
Secret Warriors. Yeah.
And Brian Michael Bendis He's done some stuff.
A few things here and there.
Couple. He has won 5 Eisners,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yep.
And he's done. I mean, and he does a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff for Marvel, a bunch of Avengers and Avengers adjacent stuff. He did House of M, Secret War, Secret Invasion, Siege. I See a Theme.
Helped with the
He's
Ultimate
done
line
some
when they kicked it
Spider-Man
off.
stuff, right?
Yeah. Helped with. He was a big part of the Ultimate line when they first kicked off with Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men, and introduced.
Yep.
Helped introduce Miles Morales and all that good stuff.
He's done a lot of
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of stuff. So, you
Got a couple
know,
of titles of
and
his own.
he knows what he's doing. So,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
the winner is Mary Smith. Good job, our returning champion.
Whoop, whoop. Well done, Mary.
All right. Again, tonight we did Ironheart. We recommend it. We also recommend that you go watch the Wakanda Forever movie. Next week, we're thinking about doing Shazam because it's a holiday weekend and it's a family weekend, and the Shazam family, that seems right to us. If you've got any other thoughts, if you've got questions, comments, complaints, we would love to hear them.
Tell us what you're reading.
Recommendations, thoughts. Yep.
All the good
And if you'd like us to come to a Comic-Con near you, let us know. We like to do these things and have charitable events. Past that,
It's a nice day.
it's a nice day. Keep reading comics.
Yeah.